So Bridget floated the idea that this kind of barbecue, Monroe County pork steaks, isn't barbecue in the true sense of the word because it's not smoked low and slow. Now, Ashley, what do you think about that?
I have to admit, I thought she was right.
You really?
Yeah, until I actually tried this recipe. I thought it was gonna be shoe leather or jerky. But honestly, they cook so quickly and they are such a tender cut of pork. It was a game changer for me.
So it still tastes like barbecue?
It totally does, yeah.
All
And
right.
it's as much about the sauce as it is about the pork chops.
All right.
Barbecue fans, unite. We have 8 6-ounce bone-in blade cut pork chops. And using some kitchen shears, I'm just gonna cut little slits every 2 inches right around the loin portion of the pork chop.
Oh, right in through the middle.
Right in through the middle. And that just prevented the pork chop from buckling. And that's because these guys are only a ½ an inch thin. One of the reasons we actually chose blade chops for this recipe is because not only are they readily available, but they're also usually sold pretty thin. So I'm gonna put these onto the rim baking sheet and then I'm just gonna quickly wash my hands. So this is one of those barbecue sauces that I sort of want to just take a bath in because it's so good. It's obviously made with butter, so you can't go wrong with that. But it's not a super thick sauce. It's one of those that's made with vinegar, and this butter is gonna go from golden to brown in about 4 to 5 minutes.
Oh, so we're browning the butter.
We are. And right now, as you can see, I'm just swirling the pan constantly. And again, this will take about 4 to 5 minutes, and you're gonna know that it's ready when you start to smell that nutty aroma. And it does have a tendency to go quite past that point pretty quickly. Don't walk away from brown butter. I've done that too many times. So I'm gonna be babysitting this for a few more minutes. All right, so as you can see, we've got some beautiful brown butter. So while this cools just ever so slightly, I just wanna quickly make our spice blend. So we have 2 tablespoons of kosher salt, 2 tablespoons of cracked black pepper, 1 tablespoon of paprika, and 3/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. So I'm gonna transfer 2 tablespoons of the spice mixture to this bowl here. This is gonna be the seasoning coating for the chops. Now I'm gonna add the remaining spice mixture into our brown butter and just stir this for about 30 seconds until fragrant. Now right now I am blooming those spices. They're oil soluble, which means that they're really gonna come alive in the fat. All right, and the last finishing touch for our sauce is a ½ cup of white distilled vinegar.
That smells really good.
All right, I brought that back up to a simmer, and now I am going to remove the sauce from the heat, and let's finish the chops.
All right.
All right, so here I have that reserved spice mixture, and here is 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Add that into the spices there. And the cornstarch is a key ingredient. It's going to help promote browning on the chops. And that's because, as I mentioned earlier, the chops are very quick cooking. They're only gonna be on there for just a handful of minutes. So we needed something to give it that dark brown exterior. So now I am going to evenly distribute the spice mixture onto all the chops and onto both sides. And just rub it in. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands and it's time to head outside to the grill.
All right.
All right, so the grill has been heating for about 15 minutes with all the burners set to high, and now it's time to oil and clean the cooking grate.
All right. Ooh,
Oh yeah,
it's smoking.
it is smoking. Get any bits of char off. Using a wad of paper towels and these long tongs, I'm going to run them over the grates, and thanks to this oil, it's gonna help create a really nice non-stick surface. So let's get grilling. So I'm gonna put these on. So I'm gonna cook these until well charred on the first side, and it's gonna take about 3 to 5 minutes. You wanna make sure that you don't touch them or move them because they will stick to the grill. I'm gonna cover the grill. It's been 3 minutes. Let's see if they have a real nice char on them. Oh yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Come to mama.
Those look perfect.
They do. All right, so I'm gonna continue to cook them until they register at 140 degrees, which will take about 3 to 5 minutes longer.
All right. I also want to point out how flat they are, and that's because you snipped those tendons in the middle of the chop, so they didn't make those pork chop bowls that you sometimes get.
Yes. Okay, let's check for doneness. Again, we want an internal temperature of 140 degrees.
Perfect.
And we got that. All right.
All right. I'm gonna hold this here so you can get the chops off the grill easily.
Thank you very much. Oh, yes. All right, while the chops rest, they are going to absorb that sauce that we made earlier. Look at that.
Oh.
All right, now flip them so that they get nice and evenly coated. So I am going to tent these pork chops with some aluminum foil and let them rest for 5 minutes, but halfway through, I'm just gonna go right back through and flip all the chops one more time so that they get one last bath in that beautiful sauce.
All right, 5 minutes till eating time.
5 minutes till eating time. I'm excited.
Me too, we ready to eat?
I'm ready to eat.
All right.
Let's tuck in. There
Thank
you
you.
are. We will transport ourselves back to Monroe County. Add a little bit more.
Oh yeah, feel free to add a little extra.
Sauce.
Mmm.
The vinegar, the nuttiness from the butter, paprika, the cayenne, the salt, pepper.
It doesn't taste like a grilled pork chop. It tastes more like barbecue with the char and the spices and that vinegary sauce. Ashley, this is delicious. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
So if you want to try this unique Kentucky style of barbecue, start with 1/2-inch thick pork chops cut from the loin. Using scissors, cut right through the center of those pork chops to make sure they don't curl while you cook. Make a quick sauce using browned butter, a handful of spices, and some white vinegar. Season the pork chops with some of those spices mixed with a little cornstarch and grill them over a hot grill for just 6 to 10 minutes before letting them rest in the sauce. So from Cook's Country, an authentic recipe for Monroe County style pork chops. I really like these.
You ready for another one?
Yep.
Okay.
Thanks for watching Cook's Country from America's Test Kitchen. So what'd you think?
Leave a comment and let us know which recipes you're excited to make, or just say hi.
Now you can find links to today's recipes and reviews in the video description.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
See you later.
Alligator.